sportsintel.com. This week we're going back to Las Vegas, Nevada to the UFC Apex for Ultimate Fight Night 182, UFC Vegas 14. This fight card was originally supposed to be headlined by Brazil's Rafael dos Anjos, 29-13 Rafael dos Anjos. He was stepping in against Islam Makhachev, who's 18-1 from Dagestan, Russia. Islam would have been a 5-1 favorite if this fight ever took place. It might even got higher than that. Remember Islam, he fought my man Arman Sarakian. People, you see me tweeting about him. I thought he was a great prospect, Georgian kid, Russian. Ended up fighting Islam in his debut. Islam handled him pretty well. Islam's the real deal. Islam deserved to be every bit of the 5-1 favorite over Rafael dos Anjos. But UFC needed a replacement. What they do, they dialed up Philadelphia's Paul Felder. Paul Felder, 17-5, okay? 10 of his 23 fights have gone to decision. He's been on 5 of those fights were split decisions. He's been on the wrong end of 4 of those. His last against Dan Hooker over in New Zealand, in Hooker's neck of the woods. Look, anywhere else in the world, Paul Felder wins that fight. If that fight's in Dubai, Felder wins that fight. If that fight is in Las Vegas, Felder wins that fight. If that fight's in Australia, okay, maybe it's a draw. But Felder wins that fight. I thought Felder won that fight. Anyway, take that fight out, he would have been on a 3-fight win streak here. He did drop that last fight. Dos Anjos, on the other hand, lost 4 of his last 5. Beat Kevin Lee, the win against Kevin Lee. Kevin Lee had lost to Iaquinta prior to that, and then he went on. He knocked Gregor Gillespie, Edinburgh Wrestling, Gregor Gillespie's head off. Gregor was a prospect, not anymore. Anyways, RDA is now fighting Paul Felder. RDA is about $1.80, $1.85 betting favorite here. He went from a big underdog to a short favorite, less than 2-1. I tell you what I'm going to say here is probably going to surprise a lot of people. RDA is tough as nails. These Brazilians, they've been doing pretty good in the Apex. But I think Paul Felder is going to get it done this weekend. He's in shape. He was less than 20 pounds over this week when he was starting to make his weight cut. He took the fight, it's short notice. He's got nothing to lose. RDA went from having nothing to lose to, I don't know how much he's really got to gain off of this other than the money, and it gives him it actually gives him a real solid win, but it's a tough fight for him to take on short notice. I think Paul Felder is going to get it done this weekend at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is Joey Oddessa for SportsIntel.com. I'm at MMA Odds on Twitter. Check me out. I interact with everybody. I try to answer everybody's messages. And check out SportsIntel.com on Twitter. Have a great weekend and enjoy the fights.